Hey traders, this is Cousin Vinny coming to you on Sunday evening, February 13th, the day before Valentine's Day, with a quick view of the things I'll look for in the coming week. This is a chart of the SPX, S&P 500, and noticing that we continue in this uptrend despite all of the headaches that we've seen recently being shrugged off. This was the Egypt crisis, the start of, and we shook that off in one day, and we got rallied back higher on the second day. And of course, the market rallied higher on Thursday and Friday. Not on the biggest volume, but it's looking good. So indexes are shrugging off bad news. Again, here's Egypt. And of course we broke above these highs, okay, on the Qs. The small caps, again, breaking above highs here. I expect these all to continue higher. Not huge volume, but looking good. The US dollar is, USD, banging around at a level down here. Below 78, 79. Okay, not expecting a whole lot here. It could continue, but we didn't move that much higher, and stochastics continue to move up. Okay, on the weekly you can see where we are. So that's dollar. So GLD, I was looking at because a number of people are talking about this from the standpoint of a short in this descending channel here. Okay, we're overbought and we're banging against this upper trend line. I'll look to see if this drops off. If it does, I may short GLD. Now, from an education standpoint, I wanted to cover something I look at, people ask me about consistently, which is the phases that all stocks go through. And not to bore some of you, but this is just something I look at when I'm checking out a chart. Okay, very easily you can see this on the weekly, where we have phase one, where people start, smart money starts getting into a stock. Phase two, which is typically the longest period of a stock's uptrend. Phase three, where we taper off, and the EMA is starting to flatten out, and then phase four where we drop down. Phase one starts all over again, where smart money starts to pick up the stock, and then phase two starts. This is computer science, as someone asked me about this last week. This huge candle here is a little worrisome, so it's not something I'm going to trade, but just something I'm looking at. So through phase two, we traded up, and there were many opportunities where you could have gotten into a descending channel off the 50 EMA and made some money there. Okay, you could have got some shorts here in phase three if you had noticed them, and then phase four, of course, you could have also got some good shorts here. Okay, where we were rejected off the 100, you saw EMAs turning down, and then you would have been off to the races. Now that we're in phase two, you can see that we had some measured moves here, which if you just look at them here, you can see how they play out and where this might go if this continues higher. Who knows? Okay. So with that in mind, the phases, the stock we've been trading recently is McDonald's. Okay, which you can see the long phase two we've been in. If you look at the weekly, you can see it a lot better, where we bottomed out here on phase one. We started our phase two uptrend, and we had a little phase four down here where we started the phase three and then moved down. We got into this off the lower trend line, okay, and the 200 EMA. So we bounced off this twice, and now I'm looking for phase two to start all over again, with this being phase one. Okay. That's just a quick view of what I look at, watching the EMAs, what type of trade I may get into, and so forth. So Again, this is Cousin Vinny coming to you with just a quick educational look at phases and trends and how to trade them, along with Bollinger Bands and channels and wedges and so forth. Also with the look ahead in the week. Okay. Again, this is Cousin Vinny coming to you from Day Trading Radio. Remember to take profits, and we'll talk to you soon.